We're talking with Lori Clark Viviano once again here this morning about relationships and about what happens when they go wrong and when you really need some professional help to sort things out. I'm telling you what, we're going to use Clint Eastwood as an example today, and my jaw hit the floor when I started reading about him today. Lori, it's good to see you again. But now, as bizarre and weird as some of his relationships have been, and we're going to detail some of those now, you say that's reality.
That is
things are much more complicated than in many people's lives than you would ever be led to believe.
You know, the one thing I try to tell clients is I don't judge. You know, I've got all kinds of interesting relationships. I'll just put it that way. I think the key is, and we were talking about this, like we, kind of put down the Kardashians because they're in the public light, and now Clint Eastwood, who prides himself on not being in the public light, is now we all get to hear about the switcheroo.
Let me tell you why Clint Eastwood has always insisted on privacy, because his life is weird and twisted.
Interesting. How would we say that?
Let's just say interesting. I did not realize he had 7 children with multiple women.
Multiple interesting stories.
And at times was having children while married, having children with other women that his wife was unaware of, children that he didn't even acknowledge for several years. He was dating a woman who was married to a gay man. Had a child with her, I believe.
Did you do a chart?
Yeah, I couldn't keep track of all this. And bought a house for the gay man and his lover to kind of keep him out of the picture while he was with this other woman. I mean, that's a TV show. That's way beyond a movie of the week. That's a series.
No. Seriously, my office every single day is a TV show. Every single
so
day.
people should not think that whatever their situation is, when they come in to talk to you, they shouldn't think that they have to apologize or they have to explain, because you can basically tell them, look, I've seen it all.
Well, what I always say is when people are like embarrassed, I'll say, look, if you make my top 10, I'll be impressed. And every once in a while, I'll say, okay, you made it. You made my top 10.
Okay, so folks, this is something that I really want you to know about Lori. She's an attorney first and foremost, but you're a wonderful counselor as well, because you don't incite people. You don't get them worked up.
No.
Your idea is to keep everybody cool and calm and to not make a big deal out of the bizarre or the different.
I'll give you an example. I'm in court yesterday, and this mom makes allegations that the grandfather is basically a pervert. I happen to know the grandfather. He's not a pervert. I know she's lying. But I just turned to the grandfather and said, so when did you become a nudist? And he started laughing. And they said, oh, we should do. I said, we're not going to do anything. There's no judge that knows this family that is going to believe this. Her credibility is going to be 0. But what I could have done is incite them. Right. Oh my gosh, let's spend all these thousands of dollars. But when I put it in perspective, and it's hard, the person being accused of something that is a complete lie, not even an exaggeration, you have to just take a deep breath and realize that these people are emotionally challenged. And if you start playing their game, the only people that are going to win are the lawyers. So when I'm trying to tell my client, please stay calm, take deep breaths, and kind of make light of it. I'm not making light of the situation.
Understood.
I'm trying to just say, really, really. Like, don't think someone is going to believe this of you just because someone says it. There has to be evidence. You have to prove these facts. So I just, like you said, stay calm. It's a little chuckle.
And it's okay to laugh occasionally and make light, but only insofar as it decreases the tension.
Right.
And then gets you to the ultimate goal, which is if people
want
the children. And that's going to be the bottom line here, folks. So let me leave you with that today. Lori Clark Viviano, a couple of offices here in San Diego.
Can I wear one of those outfits? Do you think the judge would be okay with that?
Into court?
It would definitely be a conversation piece.
You'll make my top 10.
There you go. There you go. Okay. And the judge's top 10.
And the judges as well, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Lori Clark Viviano. If you have any questions at all, you talk to her sooner rather than later, and understand
sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and understand that she is not going to try to ramp things up. She's going to try to calm things down. Now, for more information, you go to san-diego6.com. You click on San Diego Living, and we will make sure that you get connected with Lori Clark Viviano.